Thank you for joining my Greatest Teams League with Dynasty League Baseball. This is the 77 Los Angeles Dodgers at the 1968 Detroit Tigers. And I am happy to be joining you. I am on day 4 of my league. And so we are using the number 4 pitchers for each team since each team has already played 3 games. The 77 Dodgers will be pitching Don Sutton. And the 68 Tigers will be pitching Joe Sparma. Don Sutton had a 3.18 ERA in real life. And Joe Sparma was not quite as good, but still decent with a 3.70 ERA in real life. The weather conditions are, the temperature is in the 30s. It is clear skies. The wind is in at 10 to 19 miles per hour. So it'll be a little bit tougher because of the wind to hit balls out of the park. The umpire has a normal strike zone. The ball at Tiger Stadium, the ball carries at plus 20, so it is significantly easier for home runs because of the stadium. The foul territory is small. The visibility is okay. And the surface is grass okay. Now let's go on to the starting lineups. One second. Looks like I need to get my lineups for the Dodgers. Bear with me a second. Okay, so the lineup for the 77 Dodgers will be Davey Lopes at second base, Dusty Baker at left field, Reggie Smith at right field, Steve Garvey at first base, Bill Russell at shortstop, Steve Yeager at catcher, Rick Monday at center field, and Ron Say at third base, and finally Don Sutton will be pitching. There will be no DH this game since we are in a pre-1974 ballpark. For the 68 Tigers, we have Al Kaline at left field, Mickey Stanley at right field, Norm Cash at first base, Willie Horton at left field, Bill Freehan at catcher, Dick McAuliffe at second base, Don Wirt at third base, and Tommy Matchstick at shortstop, and Joe Sparma, the pitcher, batting ninth. So without further ado, let's play ball. Davey Lopes is up first for the 77 Dodgers in the top of the first inning. The roll is 525. That will be an umpire check. This is the umpire chart that we use. The umpire roll is 49, and that says go to 7 to 15. 7 to 15 says if the pitcher has a wild pitch rating of D or F. Pitcher is Spama, and he does not. He has a wild pitch rating of B, so that doesn't apply. Otherwise, we go to the catcher handling. The catcher is Freeborough, or Freehan rather. His pass ball, his catcher handling is A. So that means it's a pop out to catcher in front of the plate. F2. For the first out of the game. Next we have Baker coming up. The roll is 271 against the lefty. Or righty rather. That is a strikeout. The second out. Next we have Reggie Smith.
What?
Rolls 876. The switch hitter, so he's batting left. This will be a double into the gap. So Reggie Smith goes second. Steve Garvey is up. The roll is 536. That'll be an umpire check again. Roll is 96. That will be go to a control chart. So we check the wild pitch rating and the pass ball rating of the catcher. The wild pitch rating is B. Pass ball rating is B, so it's BB. The roll is 73. That is a pitch blocked, so nothing happens. The roll is 629 as we go back to the normal sequence. This is a clutch situation. The runner on second. And 2 outs. But this roll will be hard ground out short. For the third out of the inning. Now we go to the bottom of the first, and it's still 0-0. So Al Kaline comes up for the Detroit Tigers of 68. The roll is 786. That is a strikeout. Next we have Mickey Stanley. Roll is 169. That is a line fly out to center for 2 outs. Next we have Norm Cash at the third spot. Roll is 539. That'll be another umpire check. Roll is 86. Says go to 25 to 32. 25 to 32 says that if the catcher has a pass ball rating of F and runners on, there are no runners on. If not, refer to the weather. The weather is in the 30s. It says weak grounder to pitcher. So the third out. So the Tigers go down 1-2-3. Is now the top of the second inning with a 0-0 score. And Bill Russell comes up. Not the basketball player, the baseball player. Roll is 242. That is a hard ground out second, 4-3. 1 out. Steve Eager is up. Roll 549. That should be an infield range, and it is. Eager is a right pull hitter. Roll is 25 for the range roll. Correction. Right pull 25 is smash up the middle of the short. The short is match kick, and he has a D range, so this is probably going to be an advantage to the hitter. Man, but the roll is a 10 for the result, so that's shortstop smash 10. And he actually makes an off-balance throw for the out. Unexpected with his D rating, but the roll gets it done. Rick Monday is up to bat with 2 outs in the top of the second. Roll is 260. That is a strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Sparma. And that's the end of the top of the second inning, and it's still a 0-0 score. Pitchers duel so far, but it's early. Willie Horton comes up to bat. The roll is 480. And that's a ground out to third. 5-3 for the first out in the bottom of the second. Brian comes up. It's 4-10 is a roll. It's ground out to third again. 5-3. Second out of the inning. Dick McAuliffe comes up to bat. Roll 685. That's a single. So 68 Tigers get their first hit. Don Work comes up. Rolls 178. That's a strikeout for the third out of the inning. So it's still 0-0 after 2 innings complete. Now Ron Say is up. He's the 8th person in the batting order for the 77 Dodgers. Roll is 544. That's an infield range. He's a right pull hitter. The direction roll is 22. That's right pull 22. That's a smash up the middle of the second. Second baseman is McAuliffe with a C rating. And the roll is 92 for the result. That is a single up the middle. He goes to first. Now the pitcher Sutton is up with a runner on first, so it's an obvious bunt situation. His bunting is actually an A, which is he's a good bunter. And the Tigers will play in since they know he's going to bunt. That will reduce it by 1 to a B. The direction roll is a 1. That means it'll be bunted to the catcher. The bunt roll is a 33 against a B. And that is a successful sacrifice hit for Sutton. That's sacrifice hit 2-3, and Say goes second. Now Davey Lopes is up with a runner on second and 1 out. The roll is 386. That's a ground out to third, and the runner stays at second. It's 2 away. Then we have Dusty Baker. The roll is 772. And that's a strikeout. So the sacrifice is successful, but they don't get anything out of it. Still no score after 2.5. Next up is Match Kick for the 68 Tigers. The roll is 333. That's a ground out to short. First out. Next, Sparma is up. He's the pitcher. The roll is 42. That's an air check. That's the roll is 0, which is an automatic ground out to the pitcher. That's a ground out for the second out. Now Al Kaline is up. Roll is 647. It's a fly out to right field. The third out of the inning. And that's end of 3, and the score is still 0-0. Definitely a pitcher duel so far. Just for the record, the Sparma's endurance is 25, and Sachin's endurance is 30. So we might see Sachin going a little bit longer than Sparma. Reggie Smith is the batter in the top of the 4th for the 77 Dodgers. The roll is 924. And that's a walk. Smith is not a good runner, so, well, he's not a good stealer, so we will not send him. Steve Garvey is up with the runner on first and no outs. Roll is 428. Ground out short. So that's so Smith is thrown out at second, and Garvey is on first in the fielder's choice. 1 out. Bill Russell, not the basketball player, is up. Roll is 64. That's an air check. Position roll is 8. That's center field. Roll is 80. And that will be a flyout. That's the second out of the inning. Still a runner on first. Steve Eager is up. Roll is 710. That's a soft ground out to shortstop for the third out of the inning. So now it's the bottom of the 4th. 68 Tigers are up to bat. Mickey Stanley is up. Roll is 110. That's a foul check. Roll is 43 on a small foul. So that's fouled into the stands. So strike 1. New roll is 960. That'll be a ground out to third for the first out of the inning. Norm Cash is up. 249 is the roll. That's a strikeout. Willie Horton is up with 2 outs. 644 is the roll. High fly out to right field. F9, third out of the inning. It's now the top of the 5th, still no score. A little bit surprising since these are the number 4 pitchers. Rick Monday is the batter for the 77 Dodgers in the top of the 5th. Roll is 664. It's an infield range. He's a left pole hitter. And the roll is 84. That's drilled down the line to first. And so that goes to Cash, and he's a B rating defender. The roll is 2, so that's going to be a Speared. Lines out. F3. 1 out. Ron Say's up. Rolls 186. That's a base on balls. He goes to first. Sutton is up. Pitcher. Another bunting situation. He got a sacrifice hit in the 3rd inning. Direction roll is a 0. Means it's going to the catcher. Sutton gets a -1 bunting rating, so the bunting goes from A to B. Roll of 70. That's a beat out. Roll 1 die, and if it is less, and check against the base running rating of the batter. Batter is Sutton, and he's a pitcher, so he has a slow base running of 3. Roll is 1 though. So he actually beats it out even though he's slow. So now there's runners on first and second, and the Dodgers have something going. Davey Lopes is up with 1 out. Roll is 659. It's a high fly out to right field. That's 2 away. And Dusty Baker will try and see if he can do something. Roll is 203, could be possible. That is a home run for the Dodgers and Dusty Baker. So with 2 runners on, that means the score goes to 3-0. So the Dodgers finally break it open a little. Reggie Smith is up with 2 outs and nobody on. The roll is 631. And that's a hard ground out to second. 4-3. 3 away in the top of the 5th. But the Dodgers score 3, and the score is now 3-0, 77 Dodgers. Now Freehan is up. Roll is 576. That's infield range. He's a right pole. Direction is 72. So right pole 72. That will be a deep into a hole to short. Shortstop is Russell, and he's a B plus defense. And roll is 18. That is a diving stop. Batter out at first, so that'll be a 6-3. 1 out. Now McAuliffe is up. Roll is 221. It's a base on balls. Runner on first, 1 out. Don, where is that? 325. That is a ground out to third. McAuliffe is out at second for the second out, and we're close to first on the fielder's choice. Match kick is up with 2 away, and runner on first. Roll is 64, that's an air check. The roll is 2 for the direction, that's to the catcher. Catcher is Yeager with a 5 air rating. Roll is 97, lucky for Yeager. So that'll be a foul out to the catcher. The third out of the inning. It was 3-0, 77 Dodgers over the 68 Tigers after 5 complete innings. Now Steve Garvey is up. Just for the record, we're at 21 batters. And so Sparma has 4 more batters to go before he gets tired. He'll go 1 more inning. The roll is 249 for Garvey. That's a strikeout for the first out. Bill Russell is up. 222 is the roll. That's a single. Steve Yeager is up. Runner on first, 1 out. The roll is 404. It's a double down the line. It's an option for the runner on first. We already have a pretty good lead, so we won't try and score. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Rick on Monday is a batter. Time to put someone in the bullpen for the 68 Tigers. We're looking for a long reliever. Use Pat Dobson. So Dobson will be warming up. He'll be available in 2 batters. Rick Monday is up with runners on second and third. We'll have the infield in on this. We'll have the infield in to try and stop the runner on third from scoring, but there is an increased risk of a hit. The roll is 364. That's a strikeout. Lucky for the Tigers. So now there's 2 away. We'll move the infield back. Roll is 825. That's a single. So Russell will score from third. We will not send Yeager. So I'll leave runners on second, on first and third. And it's a 4-0 ball game. Now Sutton is batting with runners on first and third. He's a pitcher. But since there's a runner on 2 outs, we will not sacrifice. Roll is 65. That's an air check. Roll is 7, so that means it's to left field. Roll is 89, which means that the left fielder successfully catches it. Third out of the inning, 77 Dodgers score 1, and it's a 4-0 ball game. Don Sutton To the bottom of the 6th inning, Don Sutton has pitched to 17 batters, so he still has plenty of time left. He could even do a complete game, possibly. The pitcher is up, so since we're going to be switching pitchers anyway, we'll do a pinch hitter. Looking for someone who is good against righties. That would be Gates Brown, who bats .391 against righties. So Gates Brown will be the pinch hitter. Roll is 665. So the left-handed hitter. That's a single. Al Kaline is up. Need to get something going, so it might be risky. We'll do a hit and run. Roll a 663. That's a single. Runners get +6 on a hit and run, and Gates Brown base running is 3, so that goes up to 9, so he'll try for third. The fielder was center fielder. The center fielder is Monday. And he has a 0 throwing, so it'll indeed be a 9. Running rating and the roll is a 28 for the base runner advancement, so that'll be safe. That's a successful hit and run. There's a runner on first. Kaline is on first, and Brown is on third for the Tigers. Ricky Stanley is up, who is 0 for 2 so far. Roll is 319. It's a hard ground out to the second baseman. Makes it a double play, I believe. Let me check and see what happens to the runner on third. First and third, option for the defensive manager. Runner on first to second. So it's actually not a double play. It is a 5-3 for the first out. So now runners on second and third. Norm Cash comes up, who's also 0 for 2 for the game so far. Roll is 387. And that is a ground out to first. Looking at the chart. We have the option to send the runner, but since it's a pitcher at third, well, actually, since it's a slow runner at third, we will not do that. We'll let them take the out. So that's the second out. The batter is Horton with 2 outs and runners on second and third. Roll is 478. That will be a ground out to third again. So despite 2 hits, the 68 Tigers cannot take advantage, and it is still 4-0. 77 Dodgers over the 68 Tigers. So now, Pat Dobson will come in for Sparma for the Tigers. Sparma went 6 innings. Dobson will have an endurance of 15, so he can pitch to 15 batters before getting tired. Davey Lopes is up in the top of the 7th inning. Roll is 786. It's a strikeout. First strikeout for Dobson. Baker's up. The roll is 58. That's an air check. The roll is 0. And that's a ground out to the pitcher. That's the second out of the inning. No one on base. Reggie Smith is up. Roll is 566. That's an infield range. Batting left. He's a left spray. Roll is 88 for the direction. That's a deep into the hole to the shortstop. Shortstop is match kick, and he's a D. So that's deep into the hole 60. It's a D rating. That will be through for single. Runner on first with 2 outs. That was Smith's second hit, by the way. Steve Garvey is up. Roll is 81. That's another air check. Roll is 2. That's going to the catcher. The catcher is Freehan, and he's an A defense. Roll is 78. Sorry, he's an 80 defense. That's a ground out to the catcher. That's the top of the 7th is over. The score is still 4-0, 77 Dodgers. Sutton is still pitching for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. Freehan is up to bat. It's 493 is the roll. It's a high fly out to left field. 1 out. McAuliffe is up. Roll is 312. It's a strikeout. That's Sutton's 4th strikeout against only 1 walk so far. Now Don Ward is up to bat. Roll is 826. That's a single. That's his first hit of the game. Now match kick is up. 2 out, 1 on base on first. Roll is 561. It's infield range. He's a left spray. Roll is 92. Drilled down the line to first. First baseman is Garvey, and he's a B. 69 roll. Gets through for a double. Says 1 to home, question mark. We'll look at Wirt's space running. Wirt's space running is 4 and there's 2 outs, so that'll give him +1 to 5. Fielder is a right fielder. The right fielder is Smith. Smith is -1, so that drops it back down to 4. The Tigers need to get something going, so we'll send him, even though there might be a chance of him getting thrown out. That'll be a 4 base running. Roll is 45, could be close. Says error on throw, question mark. Roll 2 dice against the thrower's error rating. Their rating is 60, so better than average of making it. And it's a 40 on the roll, so he does make it. That's a successful. Less than the thrower's error rating, the throw is accurate but late, so he scores. All other runners hold. So Match Kit stays on second. Now 4-1, 4-1 Dodgers over the Tigers. Now we have the pitcher, Pat Dobson, batting. Roll of 238, and that'll be a strikeout. That's the end of the bottom of the 7th. It is now 4-1. 77 Dodgers over the 68 Tigers. Dobson has pitched 4 batters so far, so we don't need to take him out yet. Batter is now Bill Russell. Top of the 8th inning. 6:38 is the roll. That will be a hard ground out to short. 1 out. Steve Eager's up. The roll is 763. That's a strikeout. The second out. That is Dobson's 3rd strikeout against no walks. No, 2nd strikeout. Now Rick Monday is up to bat. Roll is 16. That will be a line out to second. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Now the bottom of the 8th, and the Tigers are running out of innings. They need to get something going. It is 4-1. Bottom of the 8th. Number 1 hitter is up though, so this is the best chance for them to get some runs. Al Kaline. Sutton has pitched to 27 batters. So he has 3 batters left. We probably should get someone in the bullpen. Could probably put the closer in. Closer is Charlie Huff. So Charlie Huff is warming up. Kaline is up to bat. Roll is 76. That's an air check. Direction is to center field. That's an 8. Roll is 74. That'll be a fly out to center field. Now Mickey Stanley is up. He's had a poor game. He's 0 for 3. He rolls 339. That'll be a single. He is not a good stealer. Norm Cash is a 255 hitter. We will not do a hit and run in this case. Roll of 710. That's a deep drive. Bring up the deep drive chart. Roll is 26 for a left pole hitter. He's going to right field. His power against righties is A. Roll is 79. And we have the plus 20 carry against the minus 10 win, so that makes it plus 10. 79A. That's 415 yards. 415 feet. Plus 10 is 425 feet. Looking at Tiger Stadium. That is definitely a home run into the upper deck. So that makes things a bit more interesting. With the runner on base, that makes it 4-3. Home run for Norm Cash. This is a good time to bring in our closer, Charlie Hupp. He'll be able to pitch to 7 batters. Now Willie Horton is up. Rolls 112. That will be a foul check on a small field. Rolls 0-8. That'll be into the stands, so go back to normal play. Rolls 438. It's a single. That's 3 straight hits for the Tigers. That's some timely hitting, if you ask me. Now we have Bill Freehan up. The runner on first and 1 out, and a 4-3 score. Tigers behind by 1. Roll is 540. That's an umpire check. Roll is 94. We look at the wild pitch and pass ball ratings. Wild pitch rating of Huff is D. Catcher is Eager. Eager is an A pass ball, so that's DA. And the roll is 04. That'll be a wild pitch, and Horton goes to second. Let's defer to who? And Freehan is still up. Roll is 299. Hard ground out to short for the second out. Horton stays at second. McAuliffe is up. Roll is 524. It's an umpire check again. Roll is 52. That'll be a wild pitch again. Two wild pitches make it a runner on third for the Tigers, 2 outs, and McAuliffe still up. Roll is 513. That's a bizarre, I believe. Yep. The bizarre roll is 285. You go to the bizarre chart. .285 says pitcher grabs his arm after the last pitch sails on him. Check for injury. Pitcher is Charlie Huff. The durability is B. Injury roll is 57. Not good for Huff. You will be injured for 2 games. So Charlie Huff is injured for 2 games. We need a new pitcher. Things are going downhill fast for the Dodgers. We'll bring in Elias Souza, who has a 197 real life ERA. Here's the roll. 2 outs, runner on third for McAuliffe. 863. That's a strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dodgers finally catch a break, and they are out of the bottom of the 8th. But it is now 4-3 for the 77 Dodgers, a 1-run lead. We are going to the 9th inning. Dobson is still pitching for the Tigers, and Ron Say is batting. No outs. The roll is 496. That's a high fly out to left field. 1 out. We want to keep Sosa in, so we will not do a pinch hitter with the lead. Roll is 51. That's an air check. To the shortstop. He's a 25 rating. So 40. Shortstop 25-40. That's a 1 single plus a 1 base error. E6. So runner on second with 1 out. Davey Lopes is up. Roll is 876. It's a soft ground out to third. Runner goes to third. 2 outs, runner on third. Dusty Baker is up. .624 is the roll. That's a hard ground out to short for the 3rd out in the top of the 9th. We have 1/2 inning left. We'll see what the Tigers can do with a 1-run deficit. Word is up. We'll see about pinch hitters. He's a 202 hitter against righties. Not good. We'll see if there's someone we can put in. Maybe Northup. So let's put in Eddie Matthews. We're going to put in Eddie Matthews as a pinch hitter. Roll is 275. It's a strikeout. Next we have match kick. Roll is 595. That's outfield range. Yep. He's left spray. 82. The sinking liner is center. Center fielder is Monday. He's a B. Sinking liner B, and the roll is 20. He will catch it for the second out. 1 out left in the game. Pitcher is batting. We'll see if we can find a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter will be Northup. The last gasp for the Tigers. The roll is 233. That'll be a hit by pitch. Not what you want to do on the last out of the game. Now Al Kaline is up. Roll is 93. That's an air check. Roll is 11. The roll is 1. That's going to the pitcher. Sosa has a 100 air rating. I think so. It'll be an automatic out. Roll is 74. That is a ground out to the pitcher for the third out of the game. And that'll be it. So it was an exciting ball game. And the end result is 4-3. Dodgers over the 68 Tigers. The Dodgers score 3 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. Tigers score 1 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th. Dusty Baker gets a home run for the 77 Dodgers. And Norm Cash gets a home run for the 68 Tigers. Let's look at the number of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits for the Dodgers. Four runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the 77 Dodgers. 3 runs, 3 runs on 8 hits, and 1 error for the 68 Tigers. So I thank you for joining me in the 77 Dodgers 4-3 win over the 68 Tigers. And I hope you enjoyed the game, and hopefully there will be more to come. Thank you for joining me and Dynasty League Baseball. We'll see you later.